Welcome back to another edition of the All Sports Podcast. 11 episodes in now, so we're cruising our way through all the year. It's the BT, double BT, Caden Mackey, and of course, well, Harry's on the show, but he's not on tonight. But anyway, he's busy working and probably simping at the same time too. So there we go. Welcome, Caden. As you can tell, did Collingwood win the premiership? I don't know if they did or not, but there you go. We've got a happy Pies fan.
Woo!
Taking you 13 years. But yeah, anyway, the 16th premiership. So there you go. Welcome.
Thanks, mate. Good to be here. Fresh off probably the best weekend of my life. Pretty good feeling. Obviously, you boys would know what the feeling is now.
Three times, yeah.
3 times, yeah, I know. I was saying that to someone during the week. I said, "Fuck, this is a great feeling winning one. Imagine what it would feel like to win three." So, um,
But you've won
yeah,
two though.
yeah, I know. You could say, yeah, I was only 9 when we won in
Yeah.
2010, so I think this one means a little bit more. So,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Bowie, see, we had a nice dinner before. Good to see you yet again, mate. Joining in.
Yep. No, we always have dinner together. It's pretty romantic.
Yeah.
It's very sensual, and I really enjoy just banging a few suvas right next to you.
I don't think that was Suva's, mate. I think that was a burrito, mate. So that was on the menu, mate. But anyway, you
yeah,
did.
mate.
Yeah, no, I forgot you were a chef. Sorry, Blakey.
Anyway, okay, so we're going to kickstart off. I think we've got it straight off the bat. Caden was fortunate enough to go to the grand final in a corporate seating situation there. We don't like the C word on grand final day, which is corporate. But I just swore then. But anyway, talk us through it, mate. How was the day? What time did you start? These are the questions I'll ask you. What time did you start? Where was the first pub at? How was Kiss? And the post game as well. There you go.
All right, can we go one question at a time?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So first question: when
yeah.
did you wake up, and when was your first drink or pub that you went to?
So I woke up at about 8 o'clock, I reckon.
Yeah.
Had a good night's sleep. I was pretty nervous, so I sort of turned my phone off Friday night and went to bed. Got a good night's sleep. But woke up about 8 o'clock, I reckon. My first drink was a cup of tea as usual, so that was a nice start to the morning. Um, and then I got the train in at about I think it was about 10 o'clock. Um, from Mooroolbark to Richmond. Got to Richmond about 11ish, I reckon, and met myself, my cousin Bailey Garbett, and my hand therapist, who's become one of my mates. Went to the Corner Hotel in Richmond there, and had three or four beers there, so that was a nice way to calm the nerves. And then we yeah, walked over to the G from there.
Yeah. Very nice. Now I was obviously watching it on at home, but how was Kiss? Were they very good live, or what was the go there?
Yeah, they were good, Kiss. I'm not a massive fan of them. I like the song "I Was Made for Loving You," so that was a good start. And then
Sorry, Kane, can I just add on as well? I actually called it at the start. I think a couple of weeks ago when they just got announced. If you actually look back at previous episodes, I called "I Was Made for Loving You" to be the first
Like
song, and what do you
it's
know?
it's their number one song. Of course, they're gonna play it first.
Wouldn't you want to do it last though? It's their best song.
not on grand
Anyway,
final day.
yeah. Anyway, moving
Um,
on.
but yeah, no, they were really good. Good atmosphere. The crowd was getting involved.
Yeah,
Yeah, they sung good fireworks and different entertainment that they had going at the same time, which made it good. And yeah, good song choices as well. So it was a good way to start the
yeah,
game, I think.
yeah. And talk about the game. So we'll get your thoughts
Yeah.
first, and then myself and Bo will continue on there. So talk about The first half. We'll go about the first half first, and then we'll get
Yeah.
ourselves into the second. So
Yeah.
you give us your first half. How do you see the game? Obviously, I think Brisbane kicked 3 goals or 5 goals in the second quarter. And that's when you would have got the nerves definitely kicking in then. Talk about that.
Yeah. First quarter, it was a good start. I think we kicked the first two like we have in every final this year, which was good. It was nice to see Dacos get off to a good start. I thought he played really well. There was a bit of talk around him going into the game, and Degoe started well as well, which is good. So I think our big guns got going early, which is good. But I felt like we really dominated that first quarter, and I think Brisbane were just hanging in that first quarter. I felt like they got Zach Bailey's 2 goals were pretty freakish, and then they got a lucky bounce to Lincoln McCarthy to kick their third. So they sort of got their goals from nothing. Like they didn't have as many chances as what we did. We probably didn't capitalise on our chances as much as we would have liked to, but I think going into 10 points, with a 10-point lead at quarter time in any grand final is a tick of the box. So that was a good start. I thought our pressure was good, and obviously losing Murphy was when I was a little bit nervous in that first quarter. I thought, fuck, he's a massive player for our system and stuff. Seeing him go down was pretty shattering for him, and I thought the first thing Craig McRae would do was swing Billy Frampton forward and push Coxie forward, but he kept the way he went into the game, and I think it was a good decision in the end because Howie stepped up and played on Hipwood and shut him down. And second quarter was probably when I got a little bit nervous because Brisbane started to get the game on their terms. Charlie Cameron got into the game a bit more, as well as Hugh McCluggage and Lockie Neal. So I think their big guns really started to get going. When Lincoln McCarthy kicked that goal from the boundary, I thought we're in a lot of trouble here. Like that was the point where I thought we're on the ropes here. If they kick the next, it's pretty much, I reckon, game over. But I think Bobby Hill or Chris got the next one, and I thought, that's a good way to wrestle momentum back. And then I think we kicked in the first quarter. We kicked 2 goals in the last minute, and I think we did the same in the second quarter. Which usually, as a Collingwood supporter, you notice that we always give away a goal in the last minute of each quarter. So it was nice to be on the other end of that.
Yeah. So I'll give my thoughts after. But Bo, your first half, how did you see the game? And I know you were thinking through a few Canadian clubs that point of view. So there you go.
The first half, yeah, I thought it was like going to be down from the wire straight up when Bailey kicked that goal. I thought, yeah, Brisbane's got a bit of momentum after that goal. And then I thought Collingwood, like both teams, like really defended well. It was like obvious that their game plan was to push Joe Danaher up the ground because he was taking all these marks on the wing, and like Darcy Moore was sort of getting caught out in that aspect. But yeah, I thought, yeah, first half wise, I thought it was neck and neck pretty much. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
jump.
My thought.
I'll jump
Oh,
in
yeah,
there. I thought Darcy Moore was beaten by Danaher quite comfortably
he
across the whole
was
day.
well,
easily. He
well,
was.
like,
Joe Danaher was their second best player, I thought, for Brisbane. So
I thought what personally now we're winding the clock back and about probably a year ago now, and I think Murphy was out of the team and Richmond played Collingwood, right?
Yeah.
And Lynch was on Moore. We all know what Darcy Moore's, he's an intercept mark. He's not a lockdown defender. And I think Lynch kicked 6 on him. So that's another point of view where Darcy Moore doesn't have Murphy, kind of like as his sidekick during that thing. And I think he got found out a bit there. But that's a good comparison though, because as you said, Danaher destroyed more in that game. Yeah, so that's my thing there. And talking about the game wise, I thought the first half was really solid. They're obviously the best two sides in the comp, Collingwood and Brisbane. And I think Collingwood got the jump, and I'm looking at Fox Footy on Monday night, just looking at the quarter by quarter. Collingwood starts are all greens heading into a finals campaign. I think they were up big against the Giants. I think they were up by about 14 points last week against the Giants, and I think they were up again against Melbourne. I think that one was by about 15 points. So that's what kind of made the momentum go a bit to Collingwood. But second quarter was just all Brisbane, really. They got the ball where they want to be going. I thought, Charlie Cameron, really good. I love the Take Me Home Country Roads. I was blasting that on Saturday, even though it wasn't played on the MCG because the old people at the MCC don't know how to sing songs because they're all, yeah, well done, boys. Anyway, but yeah, I thought it was a really good first half. So that's enough. So second half action. What did you thought? Obviously you got the premiership quarter, third quarter, and then followed by that. Talk about that.
I think the second half dried up a lot more. I think the both teams went a bit more defensive. I'm not too sure how many goals were kicked in the second half, but it was nowhere near as much as the first. So sort of became
six goals in the second half compared to 18 goals.
So there you go. Both teams went a little bit more defensively, which was probably expected. Collingwood seemed to be able to do that a fair bit, but yeah, second half, third quarter, I thought we absolutely dominated again, but I think we kicked 1-6. We just couldn't kick a goal, and then Pendle stepped up and kicked a goal, which was good. But yeah, Brisbane again I think they got a goal from Hugh McCluggage from a 50-metre penalty, and then Dev Robertson got one out the back. How many did they kick in that third quarter? Was it 3? 2 or 3, I think?
Yeah, it was 2.
2, was it? Yeah, so those 2, and then...
Yeah, 2.
We got 1, so it was a 2-1 quarter, and then obviously being a Collingwood supporter, you know how to deal with a tight game. I'm used to them by now, but 3/4 time I was pretty bloody nervous. I thought if we can kick the first, that'd be handy. We can get a bit of a jump, but I don't think we kicked one till fucking 5 minutes to go in the quarter. And then when Charlie Cameron kicked that goal, I thought, fuck, we're in trouble here. I actually thought that's game over. Like, there's still 5 minutes to go, but there hadn't been a goal kicked all quarter, and then in a grand final. But it was I read it in the paper today. It was something that I thought was really interesting. After Charlie Cameron kicked that goal, Scott Pendlebury was walking back to the middle, and he just rallied. I think he got to Goey, Dacos, and Cox. And he said, let's not panic, boys. There's still 5 minutes to go. It's plenty of time. Let's just stick to what we're doing. And then, yeah, obviously got one straight away through De Goey. I was right behind that kick by De Goey, and yeah, I've never been more excited than what I was there. I think I was just high-fiving everyone around me. I think I tried to high-five a Brisbane supporter, which probably wouldn't have gone down too well. But and then, yeah, fucking Jared Berry, who's probably the dumbest person alive, gave away a 50. Like, watching the replay, I got no fucking idea what he was trying to do. Like, he's trying to slow Sidebottom up, but in a grand final, that's just a bread and butter 50 for an umpire. And I didn't think Steely had the legs in him to kick it, but
me either.
Again, I was right behind the kick, and yeah, it was a good kick and sailed through. And yeah, I thought, we're going to be hard. They need to kick 2 now, so there's only 4 minutes to go. It's going to be hard to beat. And then we sort of did well to slow it down and get a few repeat stoppages, and then they got that goal to Danaher, and I thought, fuck, we're going to lose. And then, yeah, managed to hold on, and the siren went, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah, boat.
Yeah, I thought, even that, there was so many, what ifs about that last quarter, but I think Collingwood deserved it in the end. They had 30 scoring shots to 21. So, as you mentioned, they missed a few easy ones. Thought Harris Andrews started picking up a bit. Billy Frampton, they played a really good game. I don't care what anyone says. He played really good. So Harris Andrews was nowhere near it in the first half. but then started to claw his way back. Jared Berry gave 2 50-meter penalties in the grand final. That would kill you. I just thought in the last quarter, Scott Pendlebury's last quarter was one of the best last quarter grand final performances I've seen. Like, he was everywhere. He was nuts. I think he had 11 touches, 3 tackles, like 50 odd fantasy points. He was just nuts. So I think he helped carry Collingwood to win a bit.
For sure.
I just think Collingwood deserved it, and it was bound to happen. Darcy Moore and his dad presenting the trophy, the Dacos brothers, like it was almost meant to be, I thought. So, yeah.
I'll just add on as well, the Dacos handball to Pendlebury in that stoppage there was just elite. And, I think Craig McRae said, we're used to be seeing Geordie DeGoey kicking big time goals from outside 50. So it's nothing new there for DeGoey. And as you touched on then, Bo, I think it was just made really like it was just great seeing Peter Dacos getting down ground to see his sons after a premiership. Peter Moore presenting the cup, and it's weird to see an unknown player coming into the season, Bobby Hill, winning the Nordsmith medal. I think that's a huge pickup for Collingwood. Like, seeing him win it, and we all saw it as well. I can go back last year as well. Like Tyson Stengel, all Australian, unknown player. No one really thought he would have a big impact. He won a premiership in an all Australian. Bobby Hill comes to Collingwood, another unknown player. No one really noticing much. Comes to Collingwood. He's now a Northsmith medalist and a premiership player. So there you go. So this is great list management there by Collingwood. I think Graham Wright runs it, so well done to him on getting those players. Recruiting Tom Mitchell as well to the club.
Yeah, he was huge.
I think
He was really good.
Billy Frampton as well. He came. Bobby Hill came to the club, and I think you got to mention this is probably the best one. Looking at the list of Collingwood, Oleg Markov as well.
Yeah.
Just seeing, obviously I'm a Tiger and he was a Tiger, and coming from Gold Coast, getting delisted, having one training session at Carlton, and now he's a premiership player at Collingwood. And as you say, we will never know.
Yeah.
And he's a famous Monday thing. So there you go. So Collingwood premiers now. This is the fun bit. I think I was probably about 12 o'clock. I was in Richmond, and I'm like, I want to see Caden here. And Caden was at the precinct. And so I called up Caden and BG. So it's good to see those two fellas. It's going on it. So how was post game? Really good. Did you cry though? That's the question I want to ask. Did you cry or?
Nah, I didn't cry. I was probably too
Plastered?
Yeah, I wasn't plastered. It was more
sorry.
after the game. Or was it like when the siren went? I was just sort of like taking it in and sort of just enjoying the moment. But after the game, I reckon I went to nearly every pub on fucking Swan Street, mate. I don't know. I went to the Precinct. I went to Swan, the Corner, Harlow, Fargo. I went to this fucking hairdresser that was a nightclub. Was dancing on a bloody hair bench.
For those who haven't seen it, Caden and his mate, our mates, Bailey Garber, are TikTok famous. There's a video of them standing on a hairdresser salon, whatever it's called, just going nuts with a beer in his hand, singing to bloody Free From Desire and all sorts. So have a look at that video.
It's actually sick. Like, it was that many people in there. This lady that just ran a hairdresser on Swan Street, obviously a Collingwood supporter, just opened the doors up, turned the speakers on, and there was people everywhere.
What's the TikTok thing called so we can all have a look at?
I don't know. I'm an Instagram Reels type fella, so I don't really have the TikTok.
Just search up Collingwood after party at hairdressers. I think that will get you somewhere. So
well, there you go.
I went to there for a little bit, and then I think it would have been the same when Richmond won the flag. They shut Swan Street, closed Swan Street off, and everyone was on the road. There was this Collingwood van that was going up and down the street. So, no, it was a sick night, and then got home at about 5:45 or something ridiculous the next morning. So,
Yeah.
and then got up at 8 o'clock the next morning and watched the replay. So
there you go. But what
Sleep for
about
the week.
did you go to the family day, or were you too hungover?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I
Well, there was no communication that there was going to be a family day.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
poor as well. I didn't see
Yeah.
anything, and then by the time I got up and just couldn't be bothered.
think-
So
Watch the footy
I
show.
remember.
I watched the Sunday
Alright.
footy show. That was good.
I remember that when we won 2017. That was good. Like just the get on the train straight to the Oval. There was thousands of Richmond fans thereafter. So
Yeah, it would have been for sure.
it was cool.
But obviously, we were a bit underage then, so we couldn't, but those scenes are very good, and it kind of, a bit of jealousy because I was a young age when Richmond won the flag, so I think it'll be very nice when you're in your prime, playing then. So it's elite stuff there.
Thanks, mate.
So there you go. Well done to you, Caden. We might get a video of the celebrations and we'll add it up on our socials if you got any. So after this, send us through if you got anything, and quite happily put it up there. So anyway, that's it. So Collingwood won, but I just want to say the Norm Smith voting, right? So like if Brisbane would have won, let's say if they did,
Yeah,
would you give it to Kitty Coleman or would you give it to someone else for the Norm Smith?
yeah. I'd give it to Kadeen Coleman because I fucking hate Joe Danaher and think he's the ugliest human on the planet. So
Yeah. So that
Um,
I'm just saying that just in fairness as well. So he was obviously Brisbane's best player. So yeah, and I thought the Norm Smith voting was a hit and miss a bit as well. Like seeing, obviously stand out was Bobby Hill and then Kitty Coleman, but I would honestly, I know you hate Joe Danaher, but I reckon he should be, over
He
that
was up
one
there.
vote. He should be in that one vote kind of thing. Like I know they got a few votes and all that, but yeah, that's my point of view.
Yeah,
Hayden.
he was their second best player by far. Like I don't know who else would be up
Cameron,
there.
Yeah.
Cameron kicked 3, but yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
so that might do us for the AFL Grand Final. So well done to Collingwood. They're 16 flags. They're now the outright with Carlton and Essendon as the most premierships now in the AFL. So we're 16. So there you go. And Harry won't like this, but St Kilda's premiership drought keeps going by the day. They're up to 59 years, I think now. So there you go. So they're on for another year of misery, St Kilda. So there you go. So NRL, I don't know if you boys watched, but that was incredible. That game on the Sunday. I think there would have been a few sore heads on that Sunday, but the grand final in the NRL, like Broncos were up. Now this is a crazy study. Broncos were up 24-8 in the the NRL goes to 80 minutes, the 62nd minute mark. They were up 24-8. And somehow you just see the Panthers just win the thing. But as you say, boys, if you go on Google these days, all you had to do was just type up Nathan Cleary and just hit enter. Because he pretty much just took the boys and said, "Follow me, boys. I'm here to win." Did any of you boys watch the NRL Grand Final, or did you watch the ending, or did you go to bed early, or what you go there?
Yeah, I went to bed. I went to bed early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the first half and then I sort of went to bed. But I thought it was when I went to bed, I thought it's game over. Game over. I thought Brisbane were all over him, and then
That's the same. Yeah, that dude scored a hat trick, and then I was like, "Yeah, nah, let's wrap it up."
Yeah.
It was 22-6.
Yeah.
If I'm and Cleary got a try and 2 assists to bring it back or something.
Did they do a best on game ground?
Yeah.
Did he win it?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Cleary
won.
won it by far. Yeah. He's going to be one of the greatest of all time
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's their third premiership now in a row, isn't it?
In a row.
in a row.
Yeah.
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 Pretty
I
fucking
think
crazy.
the last time that's been done was 1982.
Parramatta.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Para. So
Parramatta. Been there.
yeah. So there you go. So right on to the Panthers. They'll definitely be up there as in history for the NRL as one of the best or greatest teams, definitely in the NRL. So there you go. And
Yeah,
I think
sure.
now they were saying on the radio yesterday that Parramatta has actually got the longest drought in the NRL. 1986 was their last premiership. So there you go. That's a long
There you go.
time.
So Harry can feel a little bit better about himself.
Yeah.
Sort of, maybe.
So what? That's nearly 37 years. There you go.
Oh, never
Um,
mind.
yeah, they've got a bit of time to catch up there, Para. Anyway, that's NRL. Yeah, there wasn't much sport on, but there was a bit. The NRL started. Sorry,
NRL.
NBL started last week. I happened to go to the throwdown on Thursday night and saw my beloved Melbourne United get home against the arch enemy in the Phoenix. It was a really good game. Matthew Dellavedova turned back the clock and he scored 17. He scored 12 in the first quarter and then only scored 5 points after half time. So I was pretty disappointed. I wanted Delhi to go berserk and anyway, but yeah, so big win there for United. I'll just quickly go through some results as well during the round. Obviously, there is more teams as well. Don't want to get a bit too biased out there.
Yeah.
So on the Friday night, Brisbane defeated Adelaide 86-71. That's big for the Bullets. I think they finished dead last, I think, or something like that. They had a pretty poor year, so well done. And the Perth Wildcats defeated Tasmania. Um, New Zealand beat Cairns.
I can't
New
hear.
Zealand,
All I can hear is Bo riff-raffing.
sorry,
Sorry, boys.
New Zealand beat Cairns. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, yeah.
So New Zealand beat Cairns 98-87. Big win for the Breakers. I think they'll be up there this year. Sydney beat Illawarra. Melbourne United beat Adelaide. And the upset of the round, I think this has to be the upset. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix defeated Perth. And they went on a 38-12 run. So,
No Luke
they,
Travers. That's what happens.
yeah, well, Perth are 1-1. So, there you go. Doss, how did you go on Supercoach? It was up and running this week. I was pretty happy with my team.
Yeah,
It was,
I'm just looking at the results now, Blakey, and I beat Harry, so that's a good result.
yeah, so this
Scored
is,
341, so I
geez, you got me.
you scored 328, so
Yeah, yeah. So I was only 100 off the leader who scored 400 and something. So
was that in the whole
yeah,
thing, was it? Yeah,
yeah.
righto.
So you're close, but yeah. So that person got that. So
454. That's a pretty good score.
yeah. So I've got Noah this week, and I think you've got
Yeah, I'm not too sure who I've got. I've got
Josh.
Toby. No, Josh.
Josh, yeah, I think I know who that is as well. So yeah, that's NBL Supercoach done and dusted.
Yeah.
Just got some exclusive news that happened 15 minutes ago. Aaron Norton just signed an 8-year deal at Western Bulldogs. So that's
8 years.
massive. So
8 years.
Shit.
that's nuts.
I don't know about that one. I,
Oh, I reckon he's
There's a-
worth it.
Yeah.
I reckon he's definitely worth it, especially tall forwards these days are so hard to come by.
and it's on the
So,
best of it's on the Bulldogs best and fairest night tonight too. But he only kicked
yeah.
44 goals this year. Milechek kicked more than him. Hawkins as well.
Yeah, he didn't
Like
have the best year, but
Shit
mm,
year to be a dog, though. I think a lot of their players are down just because they
yeah,
played bad. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know
Anyway,
how though. Their midfield's like their midfield's pretty darn good. Like, it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense, but it does in a way because
I,
like the way they move the footy's probably questionable.
Yeah.
I thought Bevo did some poor coaching standards this year. To be honest, playing Jack McRae as a forward and Bailey Smith as well. Like those two are predominantly playing as midfielders, but they'll change this year. So yeah, bad for Supercoach if you do that.
Mm.
Pretty bad for that. So that's it. Oh, and I've also got Clayton Oliver as well. He's going to go to Adelaide potentially, so it's going to be interesting to see there because they might do a swap. So Shane McAdam to Melbourne, and then maybe a pick and Clayton Oliver to Adelaide. So there you go. That's big for the Crows. They need another midfielder to go with their young midfield. So yeah, and I think the old Melbourne strength and conditioning coach is also there as well. So Darren Burgess as well. So I think he'll be pretty happy to see him again. So yeah. So that's AFL news. Anyone else got some more AFL news? I know there was a few uh, trades, but you'll find out a bit more next week, I reckon, with all the trades. So
Yeah, we can't
yeah,
say too much yet. Just wait for the
yeah.
trade period
It's
to come
just
out.
Yeah.
it's just all these media reporters saying this player, done. Like that's all you see. It's a done deal, apparently. So yeah. Boys, I don't know if you know, Cricket World Cup starts tomorrow. Well,
Yep.
we're obviously recording on a Wednesday, but it starts tomorrow. So that's huge. I'll be into it. Unfortunately, I probably won't be seeing the Australia's first game as it's on a Sunday, and I'll be a few cans down deep on the Sunday during the footy trip. So won't be seeing that. Hopefully, there's a big screen at a pub or something that we're going to. So anyway, so Australia beat Pakistan last night, boys, as well. So big win there for the Aussies. But I think if you want to win the World Cup, it's a bit different because I think you've got to bat first. Just seeing these pitches and all that, I just feel like if you bat first and put on 300 plus, 9 times out of 10, you'll win the game. So
Where's it? It's at India, isn't it?
I think India, yeah, India. I think it
Okay.
maybe Pakistan. I don't know. I think it's in India. I know that. So I think there's another host country as well. So
Okay.
that's that. I know some maybe Caden or Bo want to talk about the World Cup. I don't know if you have
I
any.
haven't really looked into it, but um,
Yeah.
I think India would be pretty hard to stop, especially at their home country.
England they're always up there. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, I haven't
generally,
really been following much of cricket lately, obviously because of the footy, but
yeah,
I think our attention will turn to the footy a bit more. Cricket now that footy's done, so
yeah. AFLW. Any?
AFLW, yeah, I watched a little bit of Collingwood Essendon as that was played at Punt Road on grand final day. So
Yeah.
Pies got the win there, which was nice.
Set up the day, maybe.
Yeah, it. I did say to someone if the Pies girls win, I think the Pies will win. Not that it had any correlation whatsoever, but
Yeah.
just a feeling I had. Yeah, week 5. So Melbourne again beat the Cats. Richmond lost to Freo. Carlton beat Sydney. St Kilda beat the Dogs. Pies beat the Bombers. Uh, West Coast beat Port. North Melbourne won. Adelaide won, and Brisbane won. So still 2 teams undefeated. The Crows and the Demons who play each other this weekend.
Yeah,
So
that's going to be massive.
that will
Down at
be a huge game on Saturday. So
down at Casey Fields as well. So
yeah,
it's going to be good. Big crowd in, hopefully. I hope they get a big crowd.
big crowd. Yeah,
Uh,
just quickly on AFLW fantasy, CAYDOS the weapon has jumped out to a 5-0 start in the season. So
who's in your comp, may I ask? I know that's a private question.
um, the bloke that I that I work with runs the How Good's Footy podcast, Blakey.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
Oh no, you didn't shout them out, did you?
he's a fucking Brisbane supporter, so eat a dick, mate. They Yeah, he runs a footy podcast, so I'm in a league with all his listeners and stuff. So
Oh yeah,
5-0 on top of the ladder.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
good feeling up there.
There would be, but not for him after a Brisbane loss. Just moving across.
Fucking.
I think. Yeah. Any more AFL? No.
Nah,
Our,
don't think so.
Our girl that we've, I think we all reckon is going to win the Brownlow had 25 in a goal. Jessie Garner for North. They smashed GWS, so we're on her watch. I reckon. Punters get on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we can talk about this team. I know I'm a supporter of this new team that's coming into the basketball ranks. During the week, so they're called the Dolphins basketball page, as you can see.
Yahoo!
And during the week, I think our media guy Riley Spicer. So shout out to you, Spice. He's done a tremendous job. I've loved his work. Now the Dolphins NRL team uh, followed the Dolphins basketball page and commented, "We want to see you guys winning 3-0. All the best, fins up." And what do you know?
Fucking unbelievable, mate.
Yep, it was. So obviously, you guys are the coaches. Take it away, boys.
Yeah, it's good start to the season, Blakey. Obviously 3-0, you can't complain, but I think our team chemistry is starting to really develop. Everyone's starting to really figure out their roles, and nah, I'm just taking the piss. But nah, it's good fun. Probably my favorite day of the week, Tuesdays, when I coach with Bo. Unfortunately, actually, I can't reveal any of that information on here, but
What's that?
nothing. Unfortunately, I had to go to the toilet last night, and Bowie took over, and I think he's coached better than me, so he might get the coaching job off me. But
Yeah.
nah, it's good. There's a good photo of me and Bo arguing with the umpire last night, so that's funny. But no, all the boys are playing well. We're a unique bunch, but we're getting the win, so that's all that matters.
We did draw out one of the best plays though, didn't we, Doss? When they
We
were running
did.
that zone play and it just clicked and we just went, how good was that?
Yeah.
It was just they were running the zone, the
Yeah.
high-low action, kick it out, pop up,
Yeah.
mix and match. It's just excellent to see the boys.
Some of the boys struggle to use their ears. You tell them to go one place and they go the opposite. It's like, fuck is he doing?
And there's a minute left. We're only up by a short amount.
Yeah.
Slow it down, boys. Slow it down. Nah, let's just jack up 3 threes in the next 20 seconds.
Fucking. Let's not overcommit on defense. What do? Try to get a steal, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
It's good. Next week's going to be a big game. That's
Huge
all
game.
I can say.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Media Man's on fire recently. So
Media Man is elite.
He's got the Dolphins rugby team liking our photos. He's got the Dolphins video creator following us. It's just so good.
Who's hot as fuck?
She is.
She is.
Shout out to Molly if you.
Yeah.
Good on you, Molly.
Molly,
Alright.
do we have last name, boys? I can't find the last name.
No,
we can't reveal that on the podcast.
Nah.
Mate. Come on.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I did expect it at the start to see Riley Spice doing all this good content, but share that to him as well. So before we get into our segments, me and Bowie are off to the Gold Coast for the footy trip. So very exciting times. You would hate to be single during that experience on the weekend. So there you go. Early flight though.
Good luck, boys. All the best.
5 o'clock in the morning, we've got to be at the airport. And to top it off, because I've been nominated. I don't know how I've been nominated, but I've got to wear a shit kit to the airport. So,
oh god, have you got like a challenge each that you got to do on the trip?
not sure.
There's going to be fines on the footy trip like during it. and then there's like our room's made a few fines as well, so we'll yeah, it'll probably be like during the trip though for the
Yeah.
whole group.
What's planned? Anything on the agenda? I know you said you're going to the races, but anything else?
Yeah, going to races, going to this one nightclub. Um, that's about all that's planned. The races is like a whole day thing, so
Yeah.
um, but yeah, there's a couple of clubs that we'll go to. So
Yeah, nice.
There you go.
Beautiful. Enjoy, lads.
Yeah.
it's nothing like the wool shed, but we'll make the most of it, mate.
Oh, I think I actually think I've booked my accommodation in Adelaide to go to Gathering. So I reckon the Woolshed is number one for me on during the time that I'm there for Gathering. So there you go.
Bullshed's a club, mate. It's not accommodation.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I mean, like I'm booking the accommodation.
Oh,
Woolshed will
sorry.
be the place that I'll be going to majority. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
No, Blake will be sleeping in the toilets probably.
probably not, mate. Anyway. So segments time. Here we go, boys. Famous bit. Here we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's time for Dossa's Multi.
Thanks, mate. That was a good one. I was having a look before at how my multi went last week, but unfortunately it lost by one leg again. And it's the same fucking club that keep letting me down.
Who is it?
And it's your fucking club, Blake.
Who?
Manchester City.
I don't go for them.
Oh, so who do you go for?
Me, I go for Chelsea, but I'm
I'm
becoming
Man
a.
City.
Oh, Man City's let me down again, so they can go and get fucked.
Yeah.
But anyway, Bella Nipatana didn't win either. Unfortunately, she came second, so it was a good race by Bella though. So, she's in
Wait,
good
so I lost by
form.
2 legs.
No, that was my hot tip. Sorry, I didn't have that in the multi. So this week, I'll start with my hot tip. It'll be on Friday night, race 3, Mooney Valley, Woods. Jai McNeil is on it, so it's last 6 haven't been great, but it runs really well at Mooney Valley. So it likes a soft track, so I think it'll run well. It's a pretty weakish field. I'm just having a read of it now. Weak field, so it is a favourite, but it's 370, so there's a bit of value in it. So we'll see how it runs. So Friday night, race 3 at Mooney Valley is my hot tip. And my multi for this week, it's a 6-legger paying $6.25. So I'll read it out now. In the NFL, I've got Detroit Lions to beat the Carolina Panthers. I've got Melbourne to defeat Adelaide in the AFLW to be the only undefeated team in the comp. St Kilda to defeat Hawthorn in the AFLW. I've got South Africa to beat Sri Lanka in the World Cup. I've got Blake's Chelsea to beat Burnley in the EPL. And I have got the mighty Dolphins to defeat the New York Giants in the NFL. So, 6-leg multi, $26.25. So hopefully we can get a win and no more one-legged losses.
And you could have beat the streak of 3 as well.
No, I got 2.5.
Yeah. So almost there.
Yeah.
So more one. I've got a big one here. Got a couple. I think it's fair or overreaction. So obviously grand final week in the AFL.
Yeah.
There was a bit of controversy here during the pre-game entertainment with Kiss. Do you think it was pretty poor by Channel 7 to not get the Smash Guitar by the Kiss lead singer? Fair or overreaction there?
It's
I
fair.
didn't see that, but yeah, it sounds
So,
pretty fair to
so,
me.
so what he did was Kiss is known at the end for smashing the guitar, but the Channel 7 video person forgot to do it, and there was a bit of uproar about it. So,
Okay.
there, that's a bit of info there.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
that's that. Um, Corporates. Now, this is getting a bit annoying for some people, but should we do something about this for next year? Because the fans, they make it happen. We've seen Collingwood, they do it recently, and they do it every week almost. They get big crowds. Should there be, more than 17,000 fans? Like, just do it like maybe do it 45,000 bit there, just to let more people go, and then you get your corporates in there. What do you think there, fair or overaction?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's nearly got to be 90% club members and then 10% corporates because, like, some club members have been members for fucking years, and then your team finally gets a chance, and they're paying $600-700 a year to be a legendary member, which guarantees their grand final tickets, and they don't get it. So I think it's pretty bullshit that blokes that have got heaps of money can then pay their fucking thing and get grand final tickets. Like who've been a member for 2 minutes, or they don't even know what a footy is. They just want to go to the grand final. So
Yeah.
that's my
No?
take on it.
Yep, no, I agree completely with that. So, also, Blake, you're talking about corporates, like your MCC, so that's sort of like posh range too.
Yeah, but you're an MCC member too. But
I'm not saying anything about it. You are.
yeah, yeah, but it's just well, we're not even allowed to go, bro. That's the thing, because we're the lowest category as well. They're only letting full members in, so there you go. But that's a bit annoying. It's frustrating. Like I had to use a visitor guest ticket. Almost got fined, but it's okay. That's a story for another day. But um, yeah, so it's a bit frustrating. But anyway, that's me. Bo, your turn now. Here we go.
Bose, Ruffy.
There you go, Dossa. Yes, all right, I'll take it. That's good. That's good. I like it. Also, while I've got it fresh in my mind, no one did the Harry's
Yeah, I
chant to
know.
start.
We didn't really introduce, like, our introduction was footy though, so sort of.
Yeah. Oh well. Always next time. Harry's got to make double up for the next episode.
Yeah.
This one is probably the juiciest one we've got here, guys.
Ooh, here we go.
It's such a certainty as well. So it's just so good. I love this. FC Copenhagen to defeat Man United in the EPL is paying $13.
Beautiful.
Then you got Netherlands. Netherlands are going to destroy Pakistan in the World Cup. They're going at $10. They are, trust me. And then I'm going against Dossa, and I'm going against the Dolphins, which I hate to do it, but the Giants are going to beat Miami Dolphins. They're paying at $5.30. Now, hold your power plays for this one. If you chuck $1 on that, you'll get $829.07. So you'll be loving life when that pays out. So
Yes.
$829 for a three-legger, which is a certainty. Oh, I don't know what else you wouldn't want to be doing apart from this. So chuck it on.
Yep.
Also, just a quick little note: if you're in a bets with mates, you actually will be getting a bonus bet this weekend for $20, I think. So maybe just use it for that one.
Fair enough there.
Nice.
I've just got a quick one after that segment. This is just coming in now as well. Isaac Quaynor is in the Collingwood gym at the moment as we speak. Bloke's just won a premiership 3 days out and he's already in the gym. So there you go, boys. So all that alcohol is probably out of his system now.
Well, he's
So
obviously a Connor Walker and doesn't have a crack, so
that's a bit harsh.
That's-
Leaving at 9 p.m. probably.
it's true.
Yeah.
And
Anyone?
I just seen as well that Matt Flynn has chosen West Coast as the team he wants to join this off season.
Yeah, I saw that. And
Well, that's all right.
Duday chose Brisbane this afternoon.
Over Collingwood.
It was. I don't. I think he was always going to Brisbane. But the thing that I was a little bit worried about that Duday thing is he's. I think he's 26. He's done 2 knees, and Brisbane have offered him a 5-year deal. Like
Yeah.
he's 1 knee away from, and he's out for 3/4 of the year next year. So, and he's 1 knee away from retirement. So, if I was like, I think Adelaide did the right thing and offered him 2 max. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's
anyway,
the thing with these the values of players. So yeah,
100%. So,
yeah. The minute if they play well and they go under the radar, they could be worth a bit of trout, the picks and all that yeehaw stuff that goes around
yeah.
it. So
And you look at Oliver, like Oliver signed a 7-year deal last year. All it takes is one little thing to fuck up, and then suddenly
yeah.
it's in
Well,
jeopardy.
I know it's off what we're saying here, but apparently it was due to his on and off field behaviours. Apparently,
Oh
Melbourne
yeah,
didn't.
there's
I
some
think
there's some
yeah.
leaked information out there about him that's pretty fucked up. So,
Do you want to reveal any of that, or do you?
no, I do not. So,
Okay. Anyway, well, that's a story for next week. Hopefully, we'll know a bit more detail as the trade period starts as of Monday.
does it?
Goes
Is it Monday? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then it'll go to the 18th of October.
What about free
So
agency? When's that? Is that the same time?
I think it's all open. Yeah,
Okay.
from the 6th.
What's the first deal that gets done? Do you reckon?
First deal. I think Ben Mackay. I think that's probably
You
the
reckon?
best one. Yeah, well, he's been listed as a free agent this whole year. So,
Kaczynski to Richmond. That's the
Yeah,
first deal.
I reckon it'll be a little bit one that you don't expect. Like a Goldstein to Essendon will get done pretty early, I reckon.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll get done early.
What do you think will take a bit of time? Which one do you reckon will take the most? That's been the
Um,
Clayton Oliver one. I reckon that will be
yeah,
the
that'll
one.
take a while. I think the Asava Radaglia and Brendan Zerk Thatcher ones will take a little bit of time.
You know what I found ridiculous? Saying that Zerg Thatcher wants a first rounder. I'm like,
Mate,
first and foremost, who are you? And second of all, you are not worth a first rounder. That's all I
that's
have to say.
that's Adrian Dodoro being a dickhead like he is. So
Well, he's not the list manager anymore.
still
Yeah,
the man of it though. He was the one
yeah.
that came out and said we want a first rounder for him. So,
He's not a first rounder.
but
So
if Brody Grundy will get done pretty early as well, I'd imagine.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
so obviously Oliver's been linked to Adelaide.
yeah,
What do Adelaide have to give up to get him?
I think Shane McCann. I think
Yeah,
because he wants to go to Melbourne,
yeah,
and I think they have pick 9 available.
yeah.
So
I don't think that gets it done. I'm saying
No, they need another pick or
yeah.
another player,
I'm
don't
they
they?
saying they're giving pick 9 and McAdam to Melbourne, and they're whatever they get from Brisbane for Day. I think it was pick
do you think
20,
maybe
26 and 40 something. I think they're going straight to Melbourne
uh,
as well.
do you think also maybe a future first rounder as well?
I think a first and a second this year and a fourth this year, and McAdam gets it done.
Yeah, yeah,
But
Yeah, he's worth a fair bit.
maybe another player. I don't know.
yeah.
But I think before we go, can we do what we think could be a bombshell of the trade, except obviously this Oliver one is, but something else that we think could happen?
I've seen all this bullshit that Oliver will go to Richmond for Tom Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm seeing
Um,
so much bullshit about that. So there's my thing that I don't reckon will happen. But
well,
you know,
well, Lynch came out and said that he's committed to Richmond, so that's
yeah,
what he
it's a
said there.
business though.
My bombshell. Ooh, I think this is an off one here. But I reckon the bombshell will be is that Geelong will refuse to let Radaglia go when he wants to go.
Okay.
That's my bombshell. I think Geelong will hold him back because I watched probably maybe 4 or 3 Geelong games and he was solid. Like I know I went to the 2 Collingwood games that they played and I thought he was up there as best on ground, Radicalier, against Collingwood both times.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty good round one.
yeah, and I thought he was pretty good the previous one as well, like the previous outing. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. What's
My
yours, Caden?
yeah,
Yeah.
my bombshell is if Clayton Oliver is leaving Melbourne, that means that Harry Mackay is walking through the doors of Melbourne.
What, you reckon Harry Mackay's gonna go to Melbourne?
Yeah,
But let's
I
just
do.
say, right, with the trade period, right, I just saw today. So at 7 o'clock, that's when it all closes on Friday, the 18th of October.
Yeah.
That's when it shuts down for good. You can't do any more signings. Let's just say, right, Clayton Oliver is the last minute, so 6:45 or 6:50. I just don't think that's going to work if they do it late. They rather do
I'm
it
not
early.
saying I'm
Yeah,
not saying Oliver for Mackay.
yeah,
I'm saying
yeah,
if Oliver goes,
yeah,
Harry Mackay will make his way to Melbourne.
yeah. But I just think they've got to do it early with your take, Caden, if that's
I
going to
can
happen.
I
Yeah,
think the Oliver. I don't reckon the Oliver deal will drag on. I reckon it'll be if it's gonna happen, it'll happen pretty quickly,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then that'll give Melbourne enough. Melbourne will be if it's true that they want him out. Melbourne will get the deal done quick, and then they'll use what they get for him to go ship and get Ben Mackay.
yeah.
But which is interesting that Melbourne, like they've just lost James Jordan, he'll go to Sydney, and James Harmes will go to Essendon. So
Richmond,
is he going to Richmond? Is he?
he might be
Yeah,
because
I
of
don't know if you need him though.
Adam Uze. Well, I think watching Richmond a lot this year. When we lost Pressia and Hopper, you know, we needed another midfielder there.
No,
So
we need a tall player. We
Yeah,
don't need
yeah.
a mid.
Ivan Soldo's been linked to other clubs as well.
Well, he was linked last year as well,
Yeah,
to go to GWS, but that didn't happen. But
yeah,
I think we touched on this on our little chat that we have on this podcast. I think you might be on the ball here as well. Marvio Chol, the Marvio Chol trade.
yeah,
So we might see Marvio go to Hawthorn, I
yeah.
think, and then Ralph Smith could potentially go to
Gold
Gold
Coast.
Coast,
Yeah,
and then Kaziski to Richmond,
I
maybe. That
wouldn't
could,
be surprised if there's a three-way trade like that
yeah. So
because I think all parties will benefit from that. To be honest.
yeah, but yeah. Anyway, we should have like a little trade talk on the next episode, maybe. So
Maybe all the listeners can pay for a bonus episode. How about
bonus episode.
that?
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough. That's our little trade talk at the end there. So pretty interesting. It's going to be an interesting trade period. I mean, I won't be listening on. I'll be just waiting for updates. Not going to listen to that trade radio bullshit that they carry on about. And Kane Corns is on from 7 o'clock to 9, so I'll put that off the books. But anyway, that's enough, boys. Well done, Caden. You can settle down a bit. And Barry, it's about to
Oh,
get silly time on the
come on,
weekend.
mate. Give us a break.
Oh, it's
Spring.
it's kind of you celebrate hard, and I reckon you might forget about it next
Nah.
week. Or you're gonna,
I'll be right, mate. I'll keep going.
yeah,
I'll carry the workload for the footy club. Be all right.
yeah. All right, thanks,
All right,
boys.
boys. Enjoy.
Take
Have fun on the footy trip. Be safe and always wear protection.